50th City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Day and Sweaty Crab, and Happy New Year, because we're only a couple of days to New Year, and you had a very, very appropriate talk and messages for going into a new year.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed being able to enlighten some vision that I have that people could do for 2023. I think it's important. We are a little older, so time is our biggest asset.
Yeah, and you like to point out that there's only so much of it in every day that you can use, right?
That's exactly right, and we waste so much of that. And if we took more value, I think as we get older, if you had a small amount of gold, it's worth a lot more than if the whole world had it. Same thing's true with time. We're older, so we have a smaller amount of time left. It's much more valuable than money.
Yeah, and often, but one thing we can be rich of, a lot of people here in a sense rich in, is they're rich in free time because they don't have to work.
Exactly. Not only do they have the free time, but because they have that free time, there's a portion of that time they could devote to something more powerful than just themselves. Because the time is available in 24 hours. So what we do with it is what becomes important. And if we share some of it with the value for someone else, imagine how benefit that time is for the other person as well.
Now, one of the things you pointed out the value of, and I chimed in afterwards, was the value of a smile.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer. I've been smiling since I was a little kid, and people accuse me of being too happy. And they'd always ask me, they said, what are you on? And I just say, air. You know, I'm happy to be alive. And because of that, I should smile at everybody. And if I don't get one back, it's okay. You know, I'm not like that person, right? But I still share.
So there's one resolution, very simple one you could take away, is to smile more. And when you pass people in the street, acknowledge them, look at them, give them a nod, maybe give them a smile. It's been shown that one of the biggest indicators of longevity is
a smile.
And the willingness to connect to people.
Right.
You know, and one thing I will say about Thailand is there are, you know, the proportion of social people who are willing to connect is high.
Yes, it's very high, and that's good. And they're more of the seasoned expat that's been here for a while that have really grown into the culture of the people. They found this to be home, and they're much more likely to get neighbors, friends, and other people involved in their life.
Yeah, because if you're not social, why would you move to Thailand? Right? Yeah. It's such a social culture here, right?
Exactly.
And the other thing I'd like to say is that this is a place for tolerant people, right? I've said to people, look, if it bothers you to watch an older man and a younger man walking down the street holding hands, don't move here.
Don't come here. Yeah, I walk every morning past a beach in Jomtien where all of the ladyboys party every night. They're there every morning. And I think it's the most beautiful thing to go by. They're having fun. They're living their life. They've worked hard. They're entitled to the space. And yet I see people walk across the street and not even get close to them. And I smile at them. And I don't care if a lady boy or gay person waves at me. I'm just as happy for them as I am for me.
Yeah. So that's a big tip. When you come to Thailand, whether you're a tourist, and everybody should experience Thailand once in their life, is come with an attitude of tolerance.
Exactly. And tolerance is not taught. It's earned. It's something you learn, tolerance. And you have to, if you don't accept tolerance, you have a problem. Yeah.
Well, I often say that, you know, the biggest person you have to learn to tolerate in your life is yourself.
If you can do yourself, you're doing pretty good. That's for sure.
Yeah. But so this is really, you really want to have a look at this talk and have a look at it with your kids and everything, because it really is about, not just about like going out and making $1 million and that thing, it's also about giving, the importance of giving.
And more importantly, the gift can be practically nothing. It can be a smile. It can be just helping someone. It can be walking someone across the street. It can be helping an old neighbor, whether it's Thai or expat, it makes no difference. Help them cut their grass or clean something up. All of that kindness that you give makes you feel better. It makes them feel better. And people who witness it feel better. It doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. It's a good for everybody.
Yeah. I book speakers for the Pattaya City Expat Club, and it takes up quite a bit of time.
I bet.
And sometimes I get up in the morning and I think, okay, let's get down to it. What favors am I doing for people today?
Yeah. Well, I don't have to do any favors for me. I'll talk anytime. I'm easy.
But no, you did us all a great favor today with sharing your insights and sharing the quotes of Benjamin Franklin. What was the first quote you shared?
Oh, Ben Franklin says, nothing is good or bad unless compared to something else. And my other favorite is Maria Robinson. And she said that nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and create a new ending.
And on that very powerful and insightful note, we're going to regretfully make an ending to this interview. But let this little interview and Art's wonderful talk inspire you to create a whole new ending.
Amen.